is just me alone. There is nobody else. Though I need to also start. Okay. Oh yeah. Should probably also let people know, hey, I'm streaming. Might be a good idea. Alright, folks, thank you very much for the patience. I'm still learning to do this whole streaming thing. last time we ended up finishing the second level of the Mercy Mental Asylum, which turns out to be a front for a really nasty surgeon who's also the Emerald City Ripper. Why is he cutting into people? Keep playing to find out. The halls of disrepair. As you venture deeper into the asylum, you see that the inside is every bit as bad as the outside. Gone is any attempt to uphold sanitary hospital aesthetics. With peeling paint, cracked floors, and exposed conduits, bad things are happening. Let's zoom out and exit the floor. Alright. The Emerald City Ripper. Before you is a medical lab turned torture chamber. The smell of old blood and decaying flesh permeates the room. Gory stains speak of the body's fluids spilled without regard for well-being or hygiene. There are bodies, probably former patients, trapped in hideous machines, enduring horrific experiments. The subjects you can see, all appear dead. Any that aren't must wish they were. You've chased Holmes to his lair. Just as his face reveals an ugly soul, so does his safe haven, it would seem. Holmes, Silas, the Emerald City Ripper. The elf is a monster beyond compare, and it's time to end this. Let's get behind cover. Oh, another intercom crackles at your elbow. One solid blow would offer a few moments of blessed silence, but this is also a rare chance to get a word in on the good doctor, who greets you with more of his chittering laughter. You are a persistent one. A fine specimen indeed. We already know how this ends, so let's get to it already. Patience, patience. We're not done here yet. I have at least one examination to conduct. Pitizel, subdue them. So... Ooh. Two surgeons. Ooh, hired mage. Yeah, no. Mage has to die. Nice. All right. Yeah, let's deal with the big bastard first. Oh. Oh my. Yeah, let's boost your speed. So I can unload on this bastard. You heal me, 'cause ow. Let's give me some armor. Ooh. Can't you do anything, Pyzel? And down goes Pyzel. Get behind cover. Get you behind cover, and... Oh. Resistant to magic. Lovely. And let's weaken your armor as well. Oh, and down he goes. That was a much easier fight than I was expecting. Alright. Let's talk to this lovely individual. Holmes drops to the ground, the light in his eyes fading fast, but something keeps the shriveled husk of his soul stuck to this mortal coil for a few moments more. This is a place of broken things. I remake them. She asked me to remake her. He manages one more laugh, his glazed eyes rolling toward a workbench across the way. She was playing as both. 1+1 action point. I can now take 3 actions in a round. With a final bloody whimper, the Emerald Sea Ripper breathes his last. That is 10 AP to spend. Karma, AP, whatever. I think upping my intelligence. And of all things, my dodge might be a good thing to do. Yeah, it's... Alright. Must avoid plot for as long as possible. And no, that's everything. Holmes' workbench falls somewhere between a corner slab and a medieval torture device. It is decorated in the many colors of death, littered with the instruments of that trade. To one side, there is a leather-bound journal stuffed with uneven pages. To the other is a procsec, its small screen still glowing. Beneath the bench is a rolled sheaf of papers held together, closed with a tied length of surgical tubing. Investigating the workspace, the bench has clearly played host to numerous bodies over its lifetime. It includes limb restraints as well as skeletal traction mechanisms. At this table, Holmes likely dismembered bodies, but quite possibly put them back together. The tackiness of the blood suggests it's been used relatively recently. Let's see, skimming the journal. Leafing through the pages, you find a few intelligible entries. Holmes may not have been a real doctor, but his handwriting certainly fits the stereotype. Stuffed in the last few pages is a copy of a disinterment order from a local cemetery with the grave's occupants marked as Melinda Watts. Accessing the pocket's secretary, Holmes is still logged in, granting you access to his currently loaded files. Prominent among them is a hospital report from a donor program. It lists the organs beside the names and vital statistics of the recipients. Your eye catches Sam Watt's name beside the entry for liver. Also on the list are the Ripper's other known victims, along with several others who may have shared in the same fate. There is a large sum of Nuyen which can easily be transferred to your account. Yay, 4,500. And then finally, examining the rolled sheet of paper. Unfurling the large sheet of paper, you discover a diagram of the human female form, rendered to an impressive level of detail. It appears to be the blueprint for making Holmes' very own monster. Leave the workbench. Oof. Creepy. Alright, let's open the door. Oh. And what are you? Anything else? Oh, that's just the last of the workbench. Okay. Opening the door and heading into the back, we find, oh yes, the sex slaves. His chip slot is still fresh, the open wound pink and wet and lurid. His voice drips innuendo, but his eyes say nobody's home. Well, hello there. Did you come to play? Are you okay? How long have you been here? Of course we're okay. We're ready for a little party. You want to have a little party with me by your name? She's assembled in a standard config, face of a schoolgirl, body of a stripper. You'd need some thick beer goggles to miss the work she's had done. Ugh. Personifix Chip Wiper. Use the chip racer on the Bunraku? Yes, let's free these poor bastards. Hey, Squeak. His eyes focus and his hands race slowly to touch his head wound. The fingers come away, wet and sticky. Panic twitches at the corners of his mouth as he surveys the room. First you, then the girl, then down to his own body, which is no longer his. Sweet Jesus! What did he do? What am I? He begins weeping, his body racked in great inconsolable heaving sobs. Blech. Ugh, sick fuck. There's the exit, but what's over here, I wonder? Nothing, nothing, nothing. As you approach the exit, you realize that Shannon lingers quite a few steps behind. Looking back, you see that she is half-turned, looking pensively towards the horror show of Holmes' lab. Finally feeling your eyes on her, she faces you and raises her head in a proud, almost defiant manner. You walked into the tail end of a nasty fight We found the Emerald City Ripper, um, and we raided his compound, which was a old mental asylum. Yeah, he was using it as a front to take people who are considered insane, wipe their memories, do some very heavy plastic surgery or modification on them, and then sell them as sex slaves to make money while breaking and fixing things. You did kind of miss it, yeah. Anyway, back to the story. We have done we have done much good here tonight. We have removed two vile creatures from this world, and so ended a growing shadow they cast upon the city. Our paths crossed and joined. We did this thing together, but now our paths must divide. Yes, in fact, it was the elf guy. The world of Shadowrun does, in fact, go quite hard. It's never very happy. Very few good and happy endings. Oh yeah. Well, if you know your tropes, it's pretty obvious the guy was that it was the guy, simply because a lot of people, especially like him, um, they like to insert themselves in investigations. They're creepy that way. I could use your help. I could use your help with what's coming. And I'm sure I could use your help with what I must do next. A distant cry of pain echoes down from somewhere above, and the young shaman pauses to listen to the tortured sound. There is still more work to be done for both of us, but what must be done differs for each of us. I came here to find justice for my brother, and that has been done. His spirit can now find rest, but there are other victims of the Ripper, both alive and dead, who still struggle to be at peace. Many of them are here in this place, filling the halls with their torment. I cannot leave them behind. But the spirits have something else in store for you, a different path. You must finish what you've begun. You must confront the first evil that fostered the one we have just ended. And I suppose I can respect that. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Because of you, my brother's killer has met swift justice, and justice of the only sort which a man as Holmes deserved. Death. I will now set to the task of healing those he has left behind. For every madman we faced here tonight, there are a dozen innocent souls crying out in need. The spirits of the departed will also need help in passing, or else I fear they may become like those we met in the hangar. They all deserve my help. And what about Lone Star? They can't be far behind. When they enter that room back there, they will have no thoughts other than the thoughts of promotion. With the Ripper in hand, my brother will be forgotten, along with all the other victims. But so too will I. They will not be a problem. Whether that's true or not, Shannon's confidence in the very present seems capable of making it true. Good luck to you, Lynx. I hope you can find the same justice for your friend that I found for my brother. And I appreciate that. And good luck to you. Rest his piss, fucker. You're so kind there, Squeak. And to the new location. Loose ends. The ride back to the Seamstresses Union is quiet compared to the pandemonium left behind at Mercy Mental Hospital. Lone Star Squad cars pass you on the road, sirens blaring. No doubt in response to the aftermath of your showdown with the late Dr. Henry Holmes, the Emerald City Ripper, the man who violently repossessed the internal organs of Sam and Jessica Watts and Jessica's mother, Melinda Watts. And although the killer is dead and his grip on the city is broken, it's clear he wasn't working alone. There are loose ends aching to be tied. The taxi turns onto Redmond Way, cruising past now familiar landmarks until the Seamstresses Union and all its decadent, seedy glory materializes between swipes of its overworked windshield wipers. Time to evaluate your next move. Oh, yeah, no, hells. Those people are just as likely to blame the victims of, oh, hey, it's your fault for falling into his trap in the first place. Especially in a money-grubbing place like the world of Shadowrun. All right. The Union is quiet this afternoon. The salarymen and wage slaves haven't migrated from nearby offices and suburbs to dabble in the exotic just quite yet. Let's talk to Johnny Clean. There she is. Johnny Clean is talking with Cherry Bomb and Miss Kubota when you walk up. We were just talking about you, Lynx. And the Emerald City Ripper. Ironic that you tracked down a serial killer to a mental hospital. Johnny Clean told us where you were going, oh my. We have been waiting for you to return. Yeah, they won't let you do that in this case. You seem pretty interested. Of course we're interested. We each have our reasons for wanting the killer found. Sam was a regular here and his loss has been felt, regardless of his shortcomings. The whole sprawl has been shaken by these killings as well, the randomness of them. No one knows if they will be next or what the killer might take from them. Alright, if y'all will give me just a moment. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, let's ban the user. Ban the user. Reason. Bot. Ban. Oh, there's a third bot here. It's okay, Squeak. I am terrible with Japanese, so I'm already fully well aware that I am just subpar on that. So give me just a sec, folks.
What's up?
You missed the final boss fight. That was incredibly anticlimactic. Oh, geez. More bots.
Shit. Hand me mod powers and I'll swing the hammer.
How do I do it?
Um,
Here we go. Mod user.
Jeez.
Yes, you are now a mod. Done. Do it.
Dope.
There's quite a few bots coming through, so swing that hammer liberally.
No.
Alright. And back to the gameplay. I think it's one person using... I may have to set up my own personal freaking thing to prevent this from happening again, because this is just awful. Yeah.
You got so many bots in a row.
It sounds like somebody decided to hit me with a roulette of some kind.
Okay, Yeah, it wasn't allowing me to see those names, which is weird.
You may have to refresh your thing because I gave you the privileges recently.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that and I did refresh.
This is gonna take a while. Sorry, folks.
Squeak, there's probably an algorithm that has it set to look for uh streamers with under X amount of viewers.
Probably. There we go. All right. Now that that's been taken care of, back to the. Sorry, I've also been chatting with a friend of mine, trying to convince them to sign up for Twitch so he can join us here in the chat, but no, you want to be slow about it and discombobulated. He's listening in. I'm just teasing him. All right.
Would it be the person lurks?
Could be. I know him as Jess, but that's just me. I admit that the killings have hampered business as well. I am sorry, but it is true. It does not help that Sam's body was found down the street from here. Even my regular customers have been loath to venture out with a killer on the loose. Now tell us, Omai, did you find the person responsible for the Ripper murders? Not exactly. I got the bastard who wielded the scalpel, but whoever pulled the strings is still out there. Somebody pulling the strings of a serial killer. This sounds more complicated than I suspected. It is. The head of the asylum was killing specific people to harvest specific body parts. All of the transplanted organs came from the same donor, Melinda Watts, Sam's mother. It looks like he was putting her back together. And oh yeah, the whole thing was a Frankenstein job.
So my impression of Jeepers Creepers wasn't that far off.
No. And Squeak was right, it was the creepy elf.
I think that was pretty clear. But still, good job, Squeak.
Anybody who knows things about, anybody who watches a lot of crime dramas or crime thrillers can spot that particular plot thread. But yeah.
Also, this is surprisingly apt choice for Spooky Month.
I actually forgot about that, to be honest. I just know that I loved the game and figured, hey, y'all might love it too. The three are silent as the news sinks in. So Sam had an organ transplanted from his mother, and then the Ripper killed Sam and all the other people just to reassemble Sam's mother? That's about the size of it, yeah. Yes, you did, Squeak. Yes, you did. I sense a cause and effect in this. Coyote and
Wait,
Jake
hold on.
Armitage were just left here to attend Sam's funeral. I am told that there will be a reinterment ceremony for his mother as well. What's up?
They're rebuilding Sam's mother with parts of Sam's mother.
Yes, she died and she was a donor. Part of the thing about magic in the world of Shadowrun is the less whole a person is, the more synthetic pieces they have, the less of their soul, the less of their essence is there. So if you're trying to perform a ritual to, say, resurrect somebody, and if they're an organ donor and their organs have been doled out and given to other people, you kind of need to get those organs back to resurrect her. Mind you, resurrection in the world of Shadowrun is very, very uncommon, comes with a shitload of strings attached, and got very, very, very powerful spirits, and dragons are the ones who can do that. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. This isn't Jeepers Creepers. This is the B plot to the book Unwind. Holy shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Though I've never read the
Have
book.
you read that book?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So Unwinding is The abridged version is they couldn't make a compromise between when abortion should end, so they said no abortions. But by when a child reaches the age of 12, you can have them unwound. It was horrific, and it's supposed to be, abortion is the much safer option. Whatever. And
Ew.
to be unwound is basically they don't kill you, but they take you apart. They take you apart piece by piece, and you are no longer alive, but you aren't killed, and your body parts are given to people who need them. And there is a subplot where this child is unwound for some reason, and his body parts go to a bunch of other people. His parents get everyone who had one of their child's body parts back together in one room for his birthday. And the setup is like they're going to get the pieces back together, but no, they just have everyone there for a birthday party. It was a really weird book, but it's interesting.
Okay.
And it was written for high schoolers, so
Yep.
it sounds horrific, but the story itself isn't that graphic.
His mother invited me to the funeral and the reinterment when I met her here. Think his sister Jessica had something to do with it? Hang on. I saw Sam's sister when she was here the other day. She was as corp as they come, but I can't imagine a lady like that behind a series of murders. There's gotta be something else going on. It is clear that you must go to the funeral and talk with Jessica Watts, Lynx. And I need to pay my respects to Sam. Of course. Miss Kabuto raises her hand and the conversation stops. Wait, before you go, there is one other thing you did not tell us, Lynx. Where is the Emerald City Ripper now? And yeah, let's just be blunt here. Decomposing. She nods in satisfaction. Hi, that is good. And plan my next move. But first, Mr. Clue. Welcome back, Lynx. Good to be back, Mr. Clue. What's the latest news? I feel like I should be asking you. Word around here was that you were closing in on the Ripper when you last left. Dare I ask how that went? Sam's killer has met his end. Sam would be grateful, I'm sure. And yet your shoulders are no more relaxed, and you still survey the room like a woman who has yet to return from war. This isn't over, is it? The Ripper may have been killing on someone else's orders. I was hoping this would soon be all behind us. The Baron's has a short memory, but for wounds such as these, it makes an exception. To see this prolonged, I fear for how it may change forever the landscape. Gangs have already started to take advantage of the chaos left in the Ripper's wake, and that only served to destabilize what semblance of order there was, paving the way for the megacorps to make land grabs and push poor sinless further to the fringes, where the dangers are greatest. Sooner or later, even the Union could be threatened. Good thing the Union's got you, then. Good thing we've got each other. Take care, Lynx. Alright. Oh yeah, no, how dapper he is just awesome.
He's a professional.
Indeed. Gear, which I can't do anything with just quite yet. Need to give someone the data for the Mercy Mental data. What you got for me, TB? On his On his workbench, Buster currently has a mil-spec shotgun fully disassembled and its parts neatly arranged. He lovingly massages each piece with a microfiber cloth coated in some kind of gun oil or polish. Whatever the stuff is, it leaves the pieces shining brilliantly and pungent as hell. Got some catalogs, just come in. If you might be interested in an order, I can get gear shipped overnight from the manufacturer, though I won't lie to you, you'll be paying for the convenience. Otherwise, I got plenty of the usual bang-bangs waiting for a good home. What do you say? What's the new hotness when it comes to dealing damage, Buster? Well, there are two schools of thought on the matter. There are those who swear by their smart guns, such because they make the weapons more accurate, and thus more deadly. Then there are those who subscribe to the bigger boom theory, putting all their money on the biggest and baddest rounds. But you ask me, it's all situational. That's where the real advances here have come. You can pack a Panther assault cannon, but it won't do you no favors if you're fighting in a basement hallway. By the same token, a room sweeper might carve up your average pack of gangers up close and personal, but its range is a big limitation. Military life taught me that. It was dealing to runners like yourself that afforded me this epiphany. You've got to be ready for anything. On that note, might I interest you in some custom mods, or perhaps some specialty grenades? And let's see what he's got. Because I don't think he's... Go ahead.
If I remember correctly, he was part of a militia, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay. My knowledge of militias...
I'm sorry, not militias. He was an actual military. He was actual military.
Okay, because I could have sworn he said that people wouldn't consider it military.
Let's see, what does Mersman have for us? Mersman. Hey lady, I got some armored clothing here if you're interested. And, yep, nope, Ganger Mask is still the best to go around. That doesn't do me any good. Let's talk to
yours.
That's
You're
the mages.
Still sort of early game, right? Or
I'm about mid-game, about halfway through now.
Oh, damn, that storyline took a while to complete.
Yeah, yes and no. It picks up pretty quick once you know what you're doing. Dot Castle looks to be better rested and in better spirits than the last time you saw her. She also clearly had a shower and a change of clothes, maybe even some sleep. Her eyes are sharp when they turn up from her work to greet you. Welcome back, Lynx. Still all in one piece, I see. More is the pity for me, but I'll still take your money. Perhaps a full physical is in order, or we can call it a medical consultation. That's where I roughly determine the odds of your survival based on your professional proclivities. It comes with a lollipop. So, what'll it be? Actually, I'm curious how many patients you've lost over the years. Dr. Castle sets down her work and fixes you with a hard look. Her expression normally falls on an axis of varying degrees of indifference depending on her level of tiredness, but now it's shifted over to something decidedly darker. Is this morbid curiosity?
Damn it, Squeak. I was drinking.
Now, do I call it professional curiosity, or if I go with if you're going to be my doctor, I'd kind of like to know what your track record is. I've played my character as a bit of a professional for most of this, so call it professional curiosity. Then I suppose I should be equally professional and answer without judging you for asking, and I should not let it bias me the next time you fall under my knife. To give you a hard number is difficult. There are many who I would have considered patients that never made it home, and so I suppose one could say they died while under my care, though not as the result of it. But the number I think you want is the number of patients who have died on my table, and that number is 6. 6 who I was unable to save, spread across the 13-year career, and I remember each and every one, down to the smallest detail, including the moment where I realized I could do nothing more for them. I would argue that 4 of those 6 were beyond helping from the moment they passed through my door. The 5th died as a result of complications while installing a stolen piece of experimental cyberware, which I had cautioned against using. And the 6th? Entirely my fault. I made a mistake. I can't claim I was overtired or inexperienced or distracted. I simply made the wrong decision, and a young man died as a result.
Sounds like it's weighing on her.
Well, yeah, it does.
Also, what is that thing on her shoulder?
That thing on her shoulder is a spiritual imp. She's a shaman who also practices quite a bit of other medicine. She knows everything there is to know about medicine and knows when to use science and when to use magic.
So that is a familiar?
That is a familiar. That is her spirit guardian.
Okay.
And again, we'll go with professionalism here. We all make mistakes, and hopefully we learn from them. She picks up the tablet and resumes her work. Yes, well, will there be anything else? And let's browse your cyberware, because hopefully you got more in, and no, you didn't. You suck. And medical supplies.
Wow, you're so mean to the lady, when she's just trying to be the best doctor she can be.
Never mind. Did I miss my chance to pawn off my goods? I may have to reset. Because there's Van Grass. How do I talk? Oh, here we go. I can talk to Miss Kubota. Was there something else, Omai? I found this list in a data store at Mercy Mental. Oh my, this is unspeakable. Murder was not enough for this person. Selling patients as Bunraku slaves? Thank you for bringing this to me. I know you are still hot on the trail of your friend Sam's killer. I will contact some runners to liberate these poor souls from the buyers on this list. You have done much good here today. The hand of the Ripper was more of a monster than anyone could have known. Let me know if I can do anything else. I will. Goodbye, for now. So, yeah, that fixed that. I don't have to reset after all. Okay. Now comes the fun. The real fun.
Oh boy. Gonna go raid a gang base?
No.
Oh.
We're going to a funeral.
Yay!
Come on. Oh, I hate when it does this. I may have to reset anyway.
Oh man, did it freeze?
No, it's just not letting me exit.
Is there something you forgot to do?
Maybe. I'm gonna save here. Go to the main menu. See if that doesn't fix it.
Sean's character is gonna put the fun in funeral.
Boo. That was bad. You should feel bad.
I don't. I feel very good about it.
Boo. Yep, just had to reset. The program was going, huh? What? Thank you, Squeak. So, off to Sam and Melinda's funeral. Family debts. The sun has nearly set when you reach Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament. Its cemetery, dilapidated and overgrown, sits atop a small hill on the outskirts of the town, a somber enclave of the dead overlooking the sprawl of the living. The Seattle rain continues unabated, and lightning appears over the mountains, exposing the landscape in staccato pulses of stark flashes. You walk the gravel path to the gates of the cemetery. Up ahead, you see Coyote and Jake standing by the gravesite alongside Jessica Watts and another mourner, a beautiful elven woman in a six-figure outfit. Whatever Dr. Holmes was up to at Mercy Mental Hospital, the answers lie here, with the reinterred body of Melinda Watts, the recently deceased body of Sam Watts, and with those attending them at this ceremony. So
So I
why?
have one question.
Yo, shoot.
This is actually about the tabletop version of Shadowrun.
Okay.
With multiple players, are you guys always just part of a like run guild, whatever the groups are called, or
A runner team. That's supposed to be the theory. You're supposed to work together to accomplish a task, and most runner teams tend to stick together. When you find people who work well together, instead of just being hired out for a run, you can be like, I like you, you like me. We'll just go in together and split the both the cost and the rewards of the run.
okay? I was from the structure this game has, where each run you do has multiple different team members.
You
I
can
was thinking,
you can play it that way, though. Personally, I like to play with the same runners because their skill set complements my own.
okay, so you could play it like a LARP, or you could play it like a tabletop game.
Yeah,
That sounds interesting. And yeah, a multiple bodied freak show. Squeak, you have to draw that.
that would actually be considered a spirit, and would have the Lone Star going, "Okay, the fuck are you? The fuck's your summoner? And you need to leave the city because you're dangerous." Because the spirits tend not to really like the living.
Can you blame them?
Depends. Oh, yeah, this is asking me if I want to spend my karma because we're about to get into a fight. I've got 3 karma to spend. I could increase my biotech, or I can just leave it at... yeah, I'm just going to leave it at 3.
I don't think you ask the dead person to leave. You ask the summoner to leave.
Funny you should mention that there, Squeak. There are actually monsters in this game known as ghouls. It functions instead of being like, send item to the stash, confirm. Instead of being, magical in nature, the ghouls came about due to a virus, and it spreads through bite infection, through injury. You name it, it can be spread. Ooh.
I think, if I remember correctly, fetish actually just means obsession.
Fetishes in this game are
Well,
well, in this game, a fetish is it's a totem. It's a central thing that allows you to do the summoning and whatnot.
right. But I mean, like, the dictionary term of the word fetish, I think it comes from like obsession. So it would make sense why they would call totems fetish in that regard. But I don't remember exactly, so I'm gonna double check so I don't sound like a jackass.
You need more than you already do. Oh no, they're not. They're kind of zombies, kind of not. They're people who have succumbed to this virus, and they are violent and quite cruel. In fact, one of the people watching is my friend Jess, who is part of the Shadowrun game. So, he's actually familiar with that.
Okay, so two of the definitions of fetish, old definitions: an excessive and irrational devotion or commitment to a particular thing,
Okay.
or an inanimate object worshipped for its supposed magical powers.
There you go. There's that one. So I'm gonna
Okay.
take a 2 minute break real fast to refill my water bottle, or my mug rather, because I'm getting thirsty and we're about to get to another really heavy talky bit. So I'll be right back.
Is the mic still going to be on, or?
No. I'll have to step out of my room to go get the water.
Well, I mean, the question was, will I be able to talk to the chat or no?
Well, you'll be able to talk just fine. You're not tied to my mic. You're tied to the desktop audio.
Oh, okay. So you didn't mute the audio, you just muted your mic. Okay.
Yes, I'm muting my mic.
All right. I'll be here in case someone shows up. Why both of you left for drinks at the same time?
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back, my friend.
Yes. In this game, the motto I have here at the bottom of the screen, watch your back, shoot straight, conserve ammo, and never ever cut a deal with a dragon, doesn't apply because there's no dragons in this game. Well, correction. There's kind of one, but that's more of a, if you know the lore of Shadowrun, there's a dragon here. Or at least
Oh, the final boss isn't a dragon?
Oh, fuck no. Dude, no. This is kind of a bit of a preview for, for Shadowrun Dragonfall, the game after this one. But
Oh, okay.
that game actually goes into the fall of a dragon. It took the entire German Luftwaffe and most of their ground forces to kill one dragon. Mortals do not go after dragons. You just don't do it. Dragons are also incredibly smart and incredibly wise and very predictive. For example, the Draco Foundation, which is the foundation designed to fulfill the last will and testament of the great dragon Dunkelzahn, who is the closest thing to a good person you had in the world of Shadowrun. Yeah, his will is something like 5,000 some odd pages, and it involves people who weren't even born before he died, and involves people making moves or predicting actions that seem wildly out of character when he made those predictions. Things like that. You could be the friend of a dragon, but why would the dragon even bother being a friend with you, a mere mortal? You are literally beneath them, not even figuratively. They are mentally stronger than you, they are physically stronger than you. Why would they bother? I mean, Young dragons, you can be friends with young dragons, and in some versions of Shadowrun, you can even play a dragon. But again, it's a thing that could happen, but I kind of don't like it. It's a little too power fantasy. If I want to play a dragon, I'll play a D&D.
Where it's probably much more leveled out. And
A little
Squeak,
bit.
would you want to be friends with someone who's gonna die in like a week and a half?
It's not a racism thing. It's literally just more of a, I am going to live longer than you. You are you are also kind of something that exists on the level of servants because oh yeah, by the way, most of the dragons, most of the big, large, old dragons, they were around they were around before magic woke up. They were in fact there during the fourth world when magic was awake, and they just slept through the fifth world, which is what we know as modern history. So yeah, to them, we're insects. The mourners stand graveside, listening to the Catholic priest's words of prayer and solace. Jessica's face is filled with relief as the last of her family is laid to rest. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Lord, receive the souls of Sam and Melinda Watts, mother and son, to live forever by your side. Amen. Thank you, Father. I know that my mother rests easier now that she's finally in the parish cemetery. I am sorry for the recent loss of your brother, but am glad that reinterring your mother's body here has brought you comfort. She loved this parish so. She opens her hands to the elf standing across from her. Thank you for coming, Lynn. Your support has meant the world to me. Now I can live again with my new family. The woman is a classic elven beauty, confident, poised, expensively dressed. Of course. I am glad this ancient ritual brings you some measure of solace. I hope you'll be able to put all of this behind you now.
Squeak, I don't get how you could want to be friends with a spider. Those things just, God, no.
All a spider would look at you and go, "You have a lot of meat. You would feed me for a very long time." Jessica speaks to the rest of you. And thank you for coming. I didn't realize Sam had so many friends. I appreciate your support and your friendship with Sam.
So many friends, there's 4 people there.
I saw him out the night he died. Only fitting I see him out today. Sam may have had his problems, but he was our friend, part of the Union family. Via con Dios, buddy. Oh, jeez.
Via con dildo.
What does that even mean? I can never remember.
Via con Dios?
Yeah.
Something like good day, I think.
It actually means go with God.
Oh, dear.
So yeah, in this case, sure, we will. I'll send him off. This is a Catholic. This is Catholic burial ground. He may not have been particularly religious, but
I am an idiot. God damn it. I know enough Spanish where I should have been able to guess what that means.
Vaya con Dios, buddy. Miss Watts, family members, and friends, thank you for attending the service. I suggest we don't linger here. The cemetery isn't safe after dark. Thank you, Father. Will just be a moment. Miss Watts, I know this isn't the best time, but we need to talk. She's guarded but playing polite. Very well. Let's not keep Father O'Malley. Thank you, child. Feel free to call on me as you need. The priest clutches his Bible to his chest and then turns toward the neighboring church. Father O'Malley leaves, granting you an opportunity to speak with Jessica, but it's hardly a private conversation, as the elf, Lynn, has chosen to stay and support her friend. As it so happens, Jake and Coyote have also lingered, lending you support too. Hey, would you look at that? Runners got runners back. Alright, what would you like to talk about, Lynx?
Oh, nice apple cider. The second best holiday flavor.
In my opinion, there's nothing better than a hot mulled apple cider. None. Nothing. I know people like pumpkin spice, but
Look, I'm all about that pumpkin spice, so
yes,
that's
yes, I know you're a pumpkin spice thotty. We know this.
you goddamn right I am.
Anyway, let's start with your mother. Did you know she was an organ donor? Jessica's demeanor turns oddly cold, cool, and stony in response to such a simple question. I'm afraid you're mistaken. Then can you explain how her body parts made their way into a half-dozen recipients?
Squeak, you're wrong.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. I happen to agree with Squeak on this one there.
You're both wrong.
I just don't like coffee and pumpkin spices and a lot of coffee stuff, so just meh.
Yeah, pumpkin spice is in a lot more than just coffee.
Now there's a part of me that's thinking about the food science of what about a pumpkin spice mulled apple cider? Bring the two together.
That's either going to be good or disgusting.
I am down for this food science. You don't know what you're talking about. I know Sam helped your mother save lives through that donation. Her jaw clenched. She wasn't a donor. She was a victim of my brother's greed. He took from her, desecrating her body, all to benefit himself. She never would have agreed to such a thing. Not even to save the lives of others. Lives like Sam's. Cracks starting to appear on Jessica's carefully crafted mask. Sam destroyed his own liver, pursuing oblivion. That was his choice. And your mother's gift meant a second chance for Sam. It was not a gift. It was stolen. I wasn't about to let him destroy what little remained of her with his vulgar appetites. And so you hired Holmes to get it back? Jessica's eyes burn with righteous anger. Gone are any attempts to hide her guilt. Dr. Holmes made my mother whole again. He made it possible for me to place her to rest and say goodbye. He killed Sam and a half-dozen other people whose lives have been saved by your mother. She snaps. Those people are scavengers, ghouls. They deserve to die from desecrating my mother's body. And poor Sam. It was his drinking and debauchery that drove my mother to the grave, as sure as if he had murdered her himself. And my mother deserved honor and dignity. I gave her that today. She is finally whole again with a proper Catholic burial. Those ghouls who stole her organs, including Sam, have paid the price for their sins. Jessica, that's enough. We have business to attend to. My old family is dead and buried where they should be. They can't taint my new family now. They can't corrupt my children. I won't go through that again. Jessica, we need to go, now. She presses a button on her comlink. She sees that what happens now is on your head. If you had just walked away when I told you to, McCluskey would have eventually found Holmes, collected his lieutenant's badge, and closed the case. But you had to keep digging. Now you and your friends have to die. Let their blood be on your hands. Oh, look. Only 3, no problem. Yeah. Oh boy. Run, Miss Telestrian, run. Yeah, time to kill the corpse sec.
Kill them all good. Is there a special way to kill them, or do they just die like everything else?
Oh, they die like everything else. Woohoo! Go Coyote. Let's get a little bit closer. Ah, damn. Flamethrower. No, let's just shoot. Oh yay, more corpse sec. I'm gonna move over here. You see, this is why I like taking Coyote with me. She's a badass.
That show has a lot of episodes, Squeak.
Ain't that the truth? I directed at one target. Okay. He's dead. More corpse sec. Team B, move in. We need to find out where Sam's sister might have gone. Maybe one of these guys can tell us, with a little encouragement. You're a mage, so fuck off and die.
So how many opposing team members? Or do they just keep popping up?
Kind of. Go, Mr. Armitage. Ball lightning. Hadouken. Oh. Look, another mage. Ow. Ow. Shit.
You are on the wrong side of that wall.
I am. Unfortunately, if I get on this side, well, it uses up a turn. Damn. She's good. And she's out of ammo. And yes, reload. Mr. Armitage. Heal me because holy crap, that fucking hurt.
Can't you just go hide in the grave? Or is that too tasteless?
There's a reason why I can't. You hear scratching coming from a crypt. Ow! Stop it. Oh, you motherfucker. I may go down. Oh no, I didn't. Whew. Yeah, heal myself because holy crap, that fucking hurt. Down goes him.
You're only able to heal the last amount of damage given, right?
Kind of. It depends on how you're doing the healing. Magically, yes. Looks like we woke the neighbors. We've got ghouls incoming. Lynx, maybe we can use this to our advantage. They move fast. Yeah, let's heal me. Down he goes, but I gotta keep him alive. Oh look, more ghouls. Whew. Oh yeah, I should probably reload. Seriously? How are you missing? Ah,
Shit dice rolls.
gotta be. Okay, so down he goes. And more scratching coming from further up. No, leave me alone. You don't want me. Stop. Okay. Keep missing. No, no, not using anything like that. And then Overwatch that direction.
So is that third guy with you only for this battle?
Yes, Jake is here only for this particular battle.
It would have been interesting if he joined you permanently after this because he was friendly with Sam. Like, it would have been a cool story thing.
Yeah. Like I said, he's actually he was the main protagonist from the original Shadowrun on the SNES.
Oh, he is.
Yes, he is.
Oh. You would think Sam was in the original one too, right?
No, just Jake.
Oh, okay.
And this is more of a nod towards that particular thing. So all he can do is move. Ha. Actually, I got 3 rounds. Let's mark the enemy. Make him easier to hit. And then unload 3 rounds into him.
Kill him.
Kill. Kill.
Murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill.
Yes, MDK, MDK. Murder, death, kill. You listen as the sounds of gunfire and spell bursts fade away and the sounds of the dead return to the cemetery.
I forgot that was a game.
The man is beyond healing. As you look down at him, you notice the quality of his suit and shoes. This isn't a runner, and he's not from the street. Jessica Watts, she hired you. Where can I find her? You get nothing. Cough, cough, hack, hack, splutter, splutter. We don't know each other too well, but it seems to me that you need to make a better group of people to associate with. And you're not the first person to tell me that. Yeah, well, it's part of living in the shadows. Do the research, chummer. That woman, Lynn, seems familiar. Yep, she's a major spokesperson for the Universal Brotherhood. Her name is Lynn Telestrian. She's super rich. Jake grabs the dead man's by the throat. At first, it looks like he's trying to kill him again. Then you notice he's feeling for something under the skin. Yep, he's got a Corp ID chip. You watch as Jake pulls out his modified PDA and slots the chip. Mr. Wiley here was with Eagle Security. They work for the UB. That must have been Lynn Telestrian's security detail we just chewed through. If she's protecting Jessica, they're inside of the Universal Brotherhood. If you're gonna hit the Universal Brotherhood, I'm coming too. That psycho just admitted she had my friend Sam and a lot of innocent people killed, so she could put her dead mother back together. This is a total slag up. This is totally slagged up. Plus, she and her elf buddy Lynn just tried to geek me. They're gonna hurt for that. Suit yourself, lady. I was only stopping by to pay my respects to Sam. Merc hit squads, the Universal Brotherhood. Not my scene at the moment. I can call up some of Delilah's runners if you want to go there now. Let me know when you decide. Oh, look. More karma. Who the heck is Vicious Vanilla? Is that you, Jess?
It's someone watching.
There is that.
Congratulations. You're learning. That came out a lot more sarcastic than I intended.
And condescending.
Yes. I didn't mean for it to be that way. I'm sorry. And Sean, they said yes.
Yes, I saw that. Yes. Hi, Jess. Look, we're back. You're back in Seattle all over again. This time, you don't have to play your little minty boy. Alright, I'm gonna spend 7, hold the rest. Because I can then spend 13 to get to max out on decking.
Uh-oh, Sean, you pissed off your friend. Don't talk shit about Minty.
Yeah, unfortunately, Minty really can't do much to Moonin, since Moonin's mostly analog. Well, you can stick your drones on him. That could work.
Oh, is Vicious Vanilla's character a Decker?
Yes, Decker and a rigger, actually.
Oh.
So yeah, we could have made this fight a lot easier on ourselves with trying to run around and stuff, but nah.
That takes up valuable time when you could be shooting.
Indeed. I could leave, or we can talk to Jake, which I'm gonna want to do, because leaving takes us pretty much right to the Universal Brotherhood. Oh boy, that's a bit of fun. The Brotherhood probably retains mercs like the ones that just attacked us for their security detail. You're gonna need a full team if you're heading to their chapter house. I can arrange for some of the lads runners to meet you there if you want to go now. And the answer is actually going to be no. I want to stop at the Union first. I'll hire runners there. Because saves me some money. I can get some money and upgraded gear. Yep. It's too bad our DM couldn't be here to join us. But he had work. Moving parts.
That's very important.
You put the pieces together. Jessica Watts was reassembling her mother, Melinda, gathering her missing organs to allow Melinda a decent burial. Organs Sam sold for a quick buck after her death. The ghoul attack after the ceremony didn't appear to be part of Lynn Telestrian's attempt to get you out of Jessica's way. They were just more victims of magic's helter-skelter return to the world. Lynn's well-armed security unit was a different animal entirely. You head back to the Union to resupply and rearm. Whatever Lynn and Jessica are involved with, it appears to be a large operation, and the trail leads to the Universal Brotherhood.
Yeah, work is a pain in the ass.
Ah, but also necessary because money. Money is good.
I have opinions about that, but now is not the time.
Well, money is currently an evil. No? I don't quite have access to better gear yet. Yeah, no. Yep, doesn't have new decking gear yet. Not gonna talk to him because I'm not a mage. Alright, Doc. Any new cyberware for me? No. Could use more healing supplies, though. Because
Supplies are always useful.
that fight got hairy real quick.
It's all because your character was on the wrong side of that wall.
That happens.
Yeah, it does.
That takes me up here, up top to the Union. Anything going on up here I need to know about? Ah, Mr. Bartlett. Oh my, you're looking to hire the best for some common rabble. The best, of course. You got it. Look up the Nephilim Network next time you're hiring. You won't be sorry. No, that's right. This is just him reminding us that it exists. And what does Cherry Bomb have for us? When Cherry Bomb sees your eyes light up. Hey, Lynx! What's going on? You know what happened? I'm dying to know. What happened at the funeral? Was Jessica behind the whole thing?
That person knows more than they're letting on.
Cherry Bomb, she works in a runner's bar. She's probably done a few runs herself. She's fully well aware of how fucked up the world is.
Yeah, but it's just like the fact that she was so quick to just be like, oh man, Sam's sister.
Damn it, Minty. You do not make a pass at your bartender.
Oh, is Cherry Bomb a character in the...
Cherry Bomb was used in our tabletop game, yes. Different bar, but... And I just responded to Jack with my character, Moonin, being the wonderful, surly Scottish man he is. Yep. Uh-huh. Tried to kill me, too. Wow. I never would have figured. She just seems so, I don't know, Bellevue, I guess. Wouldn't want to get her hands dirty. She didn't. She hired someone to do it for her. Right, the guy from the asylum. So, where's Jessica now? Is she with the guy from the asylum? She's at the Universal Brotherhood. Heard anything about it? Yeah, my friend Shane joined up with those kooks. He was bugging me for a long time to get involved too. Stop working here. He was coming in every day lately, but today he didn't show up. Now I just feel bad for telling him off yesterday. Listen, if you head over there, can you check on him for me? Sure thing, Cherry. Thank you. I'll buy you a drink when you come back. Yay, subplot. However, unfortunately, it's getting a little late and I gotta get going. So let me get back down there, get in front of Mr. Delilah, and save. And we will pick this up again tomorrow. Thank you very much.
I love Cherry's design, by the way.
Cherry's design is freaking great. Cherry's an awesome gal.
Did you see much more of her?
I think a little bit more, but not by too much.
It's, I think, close to
It's almost 4, yeah. It's about 3:45 right now. But hour and a half, 2 hours about my limit. And if we get started on the next run, it's going to take a while. So now is a good time to pause. So thank you all for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see each other next time. Until then, take care.
Later, chat.